More and more South Africans are looking at other ways to make ends meet amid the current economic hardships. Others say they're feeling the heightened financial pressures due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the hard lockdown restrictions. Some of these experiences were documented in a recent Old Mutual Savings and Investment Monitor survey. The survey sample was made up of more than 1,500 respondents who are earning at least 8,000 rand per month. Yet another finding of the survey is that some of the respondents have lost faith in the government's handling of the pandemic and the economy. In another rapid results survey conducted in July following the unrest in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal, OMSIM found that consumers' confidence in the local economy dropped to 31% when the country was faced with economic difficulties. That level was last recorded in 2016.
Just post the protests that happened 3 weeks ago, is we actually asked a sample of people again, how confident are you? And that dropped to 31%, which is our lowest figure ever that we've seen in the Savings and Investment Monitor history. And it's the same as it was in 2016.
The OMSIM survey also found that while the global economy continues to recover from the pandemic, it further exposed South Africa's inequality scars.
If we look at formal employment in South Africa, it is actually still about, a bit less than 1 million lower than before the pandemic. So it's a huge amount of people have lost their incomes, and that obviously leads to worsening inequality at the same time as a lot of people have actually seen their incomes increase. So you've had, quite a dramatic increase in inequality in a society that was already very unequal before COVID.
Those who've been lucky enough to retain their jobs say they are now feeling the pinch in their pockets following the recent increases in the price of basic goods.
I was fortunate not to have felt the negative impact of the pandemic, especially on my finances in the early stages of the pandemic. However, that has drastically changed in the past couple of months, starting with the increase in electricity prices, followed by now the recent increase in the petrol price. Also looking at the price increase in food.
Head of Financial Education from Old Mutual, John Manike, says consumers need to get into the habit of saving to be able to handle future shocks.
Even if you feel that you're not affected directly, you need to also capitalize on the opportunity to build a buffer, start saving for emergencies, use the loyalty and reward programs also as a way of building a buffer to handle any future financial shock.
The survey has also found that South Africa's consumers are now prioritizing paying off their debt. It has noted an improvement in debt repayment compared to pre-COVID-19 pandemic levels. Nothando Makutulela, SABC News, Johannesburg.